Welcome. This is Molly Reardon. Today we're going to talk about sigil magic. Now, in the world, when you look around, you'll see sigils. McDonald's, the big yellow M, that's a sigil. The companies may realize it's a sigil and do it on purpose, or they may not. In Boston, in Kenmore Square, there's a big triangle for a gas station. That is a sigil. Logos, some companies use logos. Those are sigils, whether they know it or not. So when you make a sigil, people make them, you have an intent of desire. You have to decide, what do you want? Do you want a certain amount of money? Do you want to be a homeowner? Do you have a love interest? You can't use them to curse or hex people because you're using the energy of the divine, and the energy goes through your subconscious, your unconscious, and then out into the divine. So you'd be hurting yourself, basically. So you don't want to do that. When you're doing sigils, you want to keep it to yourself because you don't want to get everybody else's intentions, their energy in what you're doing. So after you're done and you've achieved your goal, if you want to talk about it, you can. But it's best to keep it to yourself while you're doing it. So if you look at my picture to the right of it, you'll see those are some examples of sigils. Those are the sigils from Salem. You can look those up yourself. So the intent of desire. Think about what you want. We'll use the example of maybe somebody wants to own a home. You always put it in the present tense. For instance, I am a home owner, as if you've already achieved it. You write it in all capital letters because your subconscious mind is not going to take it serious if you write the way you always write. So your intention is, I am a home owner, all in capitals. And I've put some examples of myself doing this. And then you cross out all the vowels. And you'll see that on the screen. And you take the letters that are left and you're going to create your sigil by connecting those letters any way that you want to. Most people start off vertical, but you can do what you want. Before you even begin, you have to go into a trance state. You can get into that state by listening to certain trance drumming. You can find that online. Excuse me. Or you can do a countdown to get into alpha state. I have plenty of videos about how to do that on my YouTube, and there's plenty of free videos all over YouTube and other places on how to get into alpha. You can count down either from 50 to 1 or 20 to 1. And then imagine you're climbing down a ladder or stairs as you count and falling on your back onto a bed when you finally reach the bottom. So you draw your sigils, and I like to close off the ends you'll see in the pictures in the video with little arrows just to close off the energy, the open places. And some people draw a circle, some people draw a triangle or a pyramid around their sigil because they say that they manifest better that way. With either a circle or a triangle, you can choose whatever one that you want. So you get into your trance state. I like to go into the alpha state and close my finger and my thumb together, kind of like in the OK symbol. When I go down the ladder and I fall back, I say I am programming that each time I put my hand into this hand position, I am in instant alpha. Because usually the trance state takes about 15 minutes, but if you learn to program the hand position while you're in the trance state, you can get there instantly. So that's just a little technique that I use. So first you want to practice your trance state before you attempt the sigils. And you need to know what your intent of desire is. Set your intention. I am a homeowner. And so once you have your sigil finished, you're going to want to direct the energy. So you look at the sigil and direct your energy into it. And you're going to use your sacral chakra, which is your creation chakra, the place where you create children in your body, and work up energy there, and that desire energy, as if you're just about to make a child. And you keep looking at your sigil, and when you reach the orgasmic state, you offer that as an offering to the sigil to make it manifest. It's a tongue twister, excuse me. Or you can do dancing until you're exhausted and send that energy through your body into the sigil. So you pull that energy up from your sacral chakra, the creation chakra where babies are made, up above your belly button and below your ribs into your solar plexus area, and you send it into the sigil. And then you, when you're finished, you can burn it, whatever resonates with you. The sigil, you can burn it, you can tear it up, you can throw it in water, whatever resonates with you, but you dispose of it and you forget about it. That's the key. You don't want to keep focusing on it because a watched pot never boils. So when you start off, it takes practice, like riding a bike. When you started riding a bike, I don't know about you, but I got the handlebars on my stomach. I fell down a lot until I finally learned to ride that bike. So you have to practice doing sigils. And then I suggest keeping one notebook just for sigils and another one so you can take down your data. So you have some empiric data. What's the percentage? And I'll give you an example. I had an interview with a major airline. They only picked 40 people for this interview, and I was one of them. They flew me out to Houston and then flew me back. I didn't get it. So let's just imagine that I did a sigil for that, and I didn't get it. So I would mark down the percentage. I was close. So that means that I need to keep doing my sigils until I get better at it. Some people give up too soon. It's practice, practice, practice. First of all, you want to make sure that you are comfortable with the trance state. It's not like mindful meditation. Mindful meditation is great, but that's not what this is. It's more like the state you get into when you listen to Native American drumming or when you go into the alpha state. And you want to practice that for a while before you actually get into creating sigils. Now, in my pictures, I made a sigil. I didn't like the way it came out, so I made it again. And you can do that. If you're not satisfied with your sigil when you first make one, you might want to recreate it, condense it down if it's too big. And then you are finished. So the first time you do a sigil, maybe you'll get exactly what your desire is. Or maybe, like me, you'll get close. And so if you keep a journal, a separate journal, from your sigil book that you're creating your sigils, you can get an idea of how close you're getting and when you succeed. So you don't have to know magic to do this. A complete beginner can do this. I hope this was helpful to you today. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. You can message me. I get hundreds of messages, so I will get back to you as soon as I can. Have fun making your sigils. Much love. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you.